Hello, Mantika KW. So today we're going to talk about how to create a design in Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. So go ahead and find your orientation packet and or your welcome letter, and you'll find your login information. If you can't find it, please feel free to reach out and I'll help you get the information you need. So once you're logged in, I want you to see that there's a ton of options for you to choose from. You can choose business cards. There's different versions. This is the red series, which our office uses. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go through everything that's available here because there is a ton of material. So for today's training, I'm in Steve Reed's Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. I'm going to go to postcards and choose jumbo postcards. And we're killing two birds with one stone here. This way we get to teach you how to use it, and he gets to tell his clients that he's with Keller Williams. So when you get to postcards, jumbo postcards, I'm going to click on I've moved. And I'm going to choose the first postcard option because it fits what we're trying to accomplish. I'm going to select a back template. You'll see the button here. Click here to select a back template, and it's going to bring up another window. And for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to choose this template. And now I have the option of choosing to select a mail out or a handout. We want a mail out. I'm going to click continue to edit. And you give it a second. And a window will open up. And you have the option to take a video tutorial. And once this template loads, we're going to show you how easy it is to create very professional looking marketing materials. So depending on the size of your screen, you may have to scroll to be able to see things. You can also use Control plus or Control minus to zoom in and out. You also have the option to zoom in or out using these little dials. Those two instructions won't have the same effect. So if you want to zoom in and zoom out, that's going to focus on your template down here. If you want to have, so for example, if I hit Control minus, it's going to show me more of my screen at one time. Okay? So what I want to do is let you know that if you have never logged into Michael Lewis Marketing Suite before, it's going to ask you for your personal image, your information. As you can see, it's automatically populated here for him. And that comes from his profile. And like I said, when you first log in, that should automatically pop up for you. If it doesn't, please give me a call. All right, so now I want to add an image here because he's going from this little bowl to this bigger bowl to better serve his clients. And now I want to change the verbiage actually first. So you double click and you notice I accidentally clicked on to better serve you. Actually, I want to say cancel because that works just fine. I'm going to click on I've moved my real estate business. So if you double click on that, a window pops up. If you get your cursor inside the box and hit Control A, it selects all the text. And I'm going to put in all caps, Roland Group Real Estate has partnered with Keller Williams Antica. Okay? Roland Group Real Estate has partnered with Keller Williams Manteca. To the point, very simple, and it gets the message across. So we're going to hit Commit Changes. And you'll see it didn't all show up here. What that means is, see these little circles and see my little hand. You're going to click and drag it down to make the text fit. Now, it ended up working out perfectly for me. If I wanted to, I could go up here I could change the size of my font. Just like with yesterday in designs and command, if you hover over these things, they'll tell you what they are. This is down here, this is X and Y controls. Those are positioning. So be careful not to mess with those too much, because you can drag and drop your information and make it visibly pleasing, much more simple by doing it that way. Okay, so we've updated that. We've got his name. I know he wants this information bigger across the bottom here. So I am going to click on the box, and it's all one line. They already have it mapped out in the template. I'm going to see if it will allow me to do a 14 point. Now see, it does cut off his DRE number, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that. Back down to 12. That's awfully small. The cool thing about it is we have a back template that we need to customize. So before we move to the back template, because we're going to give all this information again, let's go ahead and add that roll and group image to the smaller fishbowl. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to come up here and we need to click out. Give me 1 second. Okay. There we go. I needed to click off of that box. Now we want to click off of that. It's not letting me click off. There we go. Okay, so if you click on your actual picture, you can click, no, that's not the case either. This is where patience is a virtue. Maybe I'm missing something because I zoomed. I'm going to zoom in real quick back up to 100% because I'm a little blind. So my button does not seem to be working over here for add image. I don't want to have to start this video over. I'm going to push pause. Okay, what I did is I saved my work real quick. And you do that by clicking here, save your work. And for some reason, I don't have the ability to upload an image, which is okay, because what we need to do is be able to work through these things. We do sometimes run into technical challenges, and we just got to push on through. So I'm going to go back. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my account, and you have a drop-down menu, and you can click on My Saved Work, and that's what I'm going to do. So when I click on My Saved Work, see the hourglass at the top of the page where the Michael Lewis Marketing Suite tab is. And you can see that you don't want to panic, because when you're first brought to My Saved Work and you see this little number 1 and you don't see anything there, you think, oh my gosh, I lost my work, which is not the case. You want to click on what we were doing, which was jumbo postcards. And there it is. So let's click on this, and it'll open the template back up. We're going to do Edit Template. And here we go. So now we have our Add Image button back. So I'm going to click Add Image, and you'll see it automatically puts a placeholder image down here. And you're thinking, okay, that's not what I wanted to have happen. Well, this is the way this program works. You simply click on the placeholder image, and you scroll back up, and you got to click upload. So at first that's a little frustrating to figure out. Hopefully you'll watch this video and you won't get frustrated. So we're going to hit browse. And I actually have the Roland Group logo saved in my pictures. And it's a PNG file, which is a transparent background. And sometimes that is very important. And in this case, it's extremely important. So I'm going to click open. You're going to see that it adds, and I'm going to click, and don't worry, it looks like it's a black background. It looks like it's going to be all messed up. It's not. It's going to be perfect. Click insert image. And you can see it's not the size, obviously, that I want or the placing that I want. So I'm going to try and mirror where the KW one already is. So you click the little circle and you hold down your mouse cursor. I'm doing this on my laptop, but if you had a mouse cursor, maybe, let's see, I had to do it from the bottom. So it makes it a lot smaller. So that's a little too small. So let's bring it back up. And it still keeps the quality, which is nice. Very robust program. So I want it to be a little bit smaller than the Keller Williams logo. And I'm going to put it right about where Keller Williams logo is on the other fishbowl. And now I'm ready to, I'm going to actually save my work again. So as you can see, I click save work. And I do this as a habit because I get a lot of interruptions throughout the day. And it's just better that way. So I come back and it's exactly how I left it. And I'm just going to say Steve Reed Postcard Draft 1. I'm going to keep it the same. And we're going to go back and we're going to add and change, remove the back. If you see that option right here, add, change, remove back. Click there. And I'm going to click add, change, back template. I'm going to select the same one I did earlier. It's thinking. Try not to click too much. Give it a chance to do its thing. I'm going to push pause for a second to give it a chance to load. And as soon as I push pause, it loaded. Okay, so now you can see I have the option, and this may have been there a minute ago. I didn't notice it. You're on the front. Now we want to go to the back. Don't worry, people. I'm going to get a train the trainer training in about a week from now. So these hopefully will get better and better as we go. So I thank you for your patience in the meantime. All right. So here we are. We don't want to put any text down here. This you actually can't even mess around with this. It's locked. You've got your Keller Williams logo here. We've got our address here that's automatically populated. We've got thinking of selling or buying. I'm going to change this to what it is that Steve would like it to say. And he wants it to say in all caps, stay safe. I'm going to hit commit changes. And I'm going to scroll up a little bit because I think I want that to be a lot bigger. Bigger than that. And then we're going to come in this box, double click. I'm going to Control A to select all. And in all caps, I'm going to put call Steve Reed for all of your real estate needs. We're going to commit changes, see how that looks. It needs to be bigger. The other one, I think I just did 20, so let's put this one on an 18. Stay safe. Bring it down a little bit. Call Steve Reed for all of your real estate needs. Let's bring this down to let's say a 16 maybe. Anyway, if Steve wants to change it, now he'll have this saved in here and he can modify it however he'd like. Okay, he wants his name down here. I know he wants that to be bigger. As you can see, it already put realtor as his title. Steve has some additional information to his title, so give me 1 second. I'm going to make this, I'm clicking too fast, a 16 and see how that looks. Not too bad. I'm going to double click on realtor and I'm going to show you guys a trick. So for profile title, I'm going to override that and I'm going to put realtor. And if you hold down, if you're a PC user, if you hold down Alt and you type the numbers 0174, a little R will appear. As you can see, you can also drop down and choose it from here, but sometimes it doesn't work for me. So I have the shortcut key. If all else fails, you learned a new trick. Hit commit changes, and there you go. You see it's been updated. Here's his cell. Here's his office number, automatically done for him. His email address, his Homes by Reed website, and guess what? We're done. It was that easy. So make sure you save your work. It's saved. And I'm going to let him know that it's ready for his approval. And if he likes it, he can order it himself. And let's see here. One last thing. Now you're going to be taken to view proof and continue up at your right-hand side of your screen. Click view proof and continue. That's going to bring up the ability to get a PDF so you can see what it's going to look like of the front and the back. So you have to do it in 2 steps. Download the front image, you'd click here. Download the back image, you'd click here. If you, so for example, let's actually show you what happens. You click on download front image, and it's going to make you prompt to save it. So I'm going to put Steve Reed postcard front NG image. I'm going to put it in my pictures, and then let's do the back. Not sure why it took us here doing an entire thing. Again, if it doesn't work, try again. Don't give up. Well worth it. It's thinking. I don't give it a chance to think half the time. So Steve Reed postcard back. Save. And now if you go down here, I don't know, my computer, it opens up down here. So I'm going to open it and I'm going to be able to see what it looks like. Almost there. And there's the front. To better serve you, Roland Group Real Estate has partnered with Keller Williams Manteca. Got his picture, his name, his number, his email, his website, and his DRE number. The only thing that I would add is that you would most likely like to add your broker license numbers to the piece. So that's the front. I'm going to close that. I'm going to look at the back one. And there's the back. Thinking of buying and selling? Stay safe. Call Steve Reed for all of your real estate needs. Steve Reed, Realtor. It's got his license number, his cell phone, his office number, email address, and his website. And of course, this is blank on this side, so you can write it out to your client. I'm going to click close. So now let's say he approved it. You would want to click download locked PDF proof. You could do a mailing database. You can't add to the cart until, so this is very important. So online proof approval. Once you click this little box and you're confirming that you agree that you have checked all of the spelling, content, and layouts, you made sure that they're correct and that they're within the designated safe zones. Those safe zones on the template, we'll go back there in a minute. It clearly shows you where things will be cut off. So you can't add this to your cart until you agree to this disclaimer right here. Then you'll be able to add it to your cart. And from there, you add in your payment information, and it's super easy. And I got to tell you, everything that we've ordered comes within like 2 days. It's amazing. And they're beautiful. They're absolutely stunning. Okay, so I'm going to return to the editor. So let's say you didn't like it. You wanted to go back and make some changes. So you click return to the editor. You even have a chance to convert it to a handout right there. And you make the changes that you want to make. And you go from there. So that's going to be the end of this training video. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, have a great night.